So I know many of you are looking at the growing whiskey market and industry and thinking, I'd like to get in on that. That'd be awesome. It seems like there's so many growing brands and new things coming out all the time. But I just want to drink it without my mouth being on fire. I don't know what the magic solution is for everybody, but let me tell you about how I went from thinking I was drinking gasoline to the greatest thing on earth. Hey everybody, it's Matt. Wrestling with Whiskey is back with another video. And remember, please, if you are here and you like what you see, like, subscribe, hit those alerts, leave a comment down below. I always try to respond to those and it helps out the video and the channel. But if you're watching this, you probably are interested in bourbon, interested in whiskey, but you're like I was several years ago, just thinking like, how on earth do you drink that without putting Coke in or without putting something in there? Doesn't it like kill you? The short answer is yes, it did. For quite a long time, like most people, if I was going to drink whiskey, it had to be a shot chased by a beer or a soda, or mixed in with soda or a cocktail, a very sugary cocktail at that as well, and anything where I wouldn't taste the alcohol. But I knew I wanted to try it. My dad loved scotch, and I always see him sitting on the porch sipping a scotch neat or with one ice cube. And I said, I want to do that. I want to do that like an adult. I was in my late 20s, and I'm like, I am done with shooting and chasing and pounding, whiskey and Cokes. You still like doing that? That's still fun. I wanted to learn to drink straight. So I read a book called Tasting Whiskey by Lou Bryson. He basically said you got to drink whiskey every day. That's not like drinking every day, but you got to have a little bit and get your mouth and your palate used to that proof, to that alcohol, to that taste of just the whiskey on your tongue. So what I did, and I don't know if it'll work for you, but I'll tell you kind of my method. So I went to the liquor store, and this part I don't recommend. I got the highest proof that I thought I could see on the shelf, which was Knob Creek Single Barrel, non-store pick, just regular, 120 proof. I didn't know much about proof, but I knew that was high, and if I could handle that, I could handle anything. I don't necessarily recommend that. If you want to take the same approach I did, go for it, but you can do this with any 80, 90 proof bourbon or whiskey you wish. Anything that you plan to or hope to drink maybe in the future. And I took it home with me, and I would pour a very small, maybe a finger, maybe half a finger, every night, and I would have a soda. And then from every night, for the next couple of weeks, I would have whiskey in one hand, soda in the other, and I would drink and chase. And then I would try to keep the time in between longer. Drink and chase, and expand and expand and expand, and get more and more used to it. Try to just build up the tolerance. I treated it like a workout. Building that body tolerance up for the pain, whatever you want to call it, until I no longer needed the soda. And it took a couple of weeks for me to just be able to sit and drink neat. But even then, I wasn't tasting the notes and everything that I've been able to find in the last few years. That comes with time. It's like riding a bike. You just got to keep doing it. But that's what I would suggest for trying to drink neat. If you've never done it before, I would also say first, cocktails. And try it mixed with soda. And see if you can use a little less soda. Try it in a whiskey-forward cocktail, like an old-fashioned or a Manhattan. If you want, you can try a flavored whiskey, like a peanut butter flavored or a cherry flavored or a honey flavored whiskey or bourbon that has extra sugar and flavoring inside it. But when you're ready, find a little chaser, find your whiskey, and just try to limit the chasing as much as possible until you can finally cast it aside. And then, even then, don't get discouraged, because you may not taste the notes at first, but I promise one day you will have a light bulb moment when you sip something and you get, holy crap, cherries. Oh my God, orange peel. Oh my God, caramel, vanilla, the things everyone's talking about. So with a little bit of work and a lot of patience, you too can be sipping neat, maybe a drop of water, maybe an ice cube, but you'll know exactly where you want your whiskey because you've been able to handle it all. So give it a try. And always, 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 as you do, be wrestling with whiskey. Yeah!